Hello, all you hardcores out there. How you doing? It's Russ here from Poker's Corner, the biggest gob in sport. Welcome to part two. We're just waiting for Max to join us. Women love him, men want to be him. Here's Max. How you doing, Max?
All right.
You all right, kid? What you on with?
No, just waiting for you to get your act together.
Just upload
You're wrong then.
Well, listen, Max, if too much is going through on this computer and that, and I'm trying to, I can't spin plates on this like I do in normal life, Max. It confuses me.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It's not good enough for us. It's not good enough,
I
mate.
well, I'm a bit vulnerable down here in West Midlands than I am up north. I can just scream and shout up there, can't I? Or just go around to Camerons and bang on the door and say, "Hey, what's this? Hey, what's this?" But now we'll get to. But I'm just not tech minded, am I? I'm just. Some kids are. I'm not. You know what I mean? Okay, Max. I want to talk about the show that's coming up this weekend. Obviously, we've spoke about Bibble and Better Beef. We've spoke about Wardley and Clark. It's Big Freeze, I call him. You've got Wardley to win, haven't you?
Yeah.
I've got Clark. You've got Better Beef by knockout. I've got Better Beef by going to points. That's just looking at it from my point of view. I think Bibble will be hard to stop. I think Canelo would have stopped him if he could. He caught him way enough, but he couldn't budge him. It negates everything, doesn't it, Bibble? So I think Bibble will just come and survive, I think, after he's been clipped. But he's pushing 40, like they say, you can get old at any time. The other fights that are on, Eubank's on against some. I'm not going to slag. He's a boxer, isn't he? I'm not going to slag the opponent. He's a boxer, and he's got to be given respect for getting in the ring. But Eubank's number 2 on BoxRec for middleweight, right? Why is he fighting this guy? Why isn't he fighting fights that are testing him? Like the Cobra. He always wanted to, so when he got to a certain level, he said, "Right, we want to go harder and harder and harder and see how far you can test yourself, don't you?" And I don't think Eubank does that, and I think it's a generational thing. We are guys. Do you think that, Max? What do you think? Tell me, Max. Tell me what you think.
It's a watered down product. We've said this before, but Eubank, you know what's happening? It's Conor Benn serving a silent ban. The ban will be lifted. Eddie Hearn will spin his narrative and say, "Oh, okay, right, Conor Benn is cleared." That's the words we'll see in the media. He's cleared, right? Then Eubank and Conor Benn. So Conor, he doesn't want me risk getting beaten, Eubank. So that's why he's protecting what he's got still. So set him up nicely for, Conor Benn in March. I reckon February, March next year. And that's what he's aiming for. And that's going to be his pension, isn't it? They might get 2 bites of the cherry out of it.
Yeah.
So, it's not. But at the end of the day, it leaves a sour taste in my mouth. That why can't they just come out? I mean, if he just came out and said, "You know what, I'm banned," right? The time when he got caught, he'll be backfired by now. Look at Jarrell Miller. He was like, "Oh, right, I'm banned." Look, he's back out. Been out of Saudi twice. You know what I mean? So, and they can't sanction it out in Saudi because, obviously it's British governed. So, so this is why they can't sanction it. So he can't go with another commission because it'll be frowned up on. So he's stuck in, rock and a hard place. The Americans haven't bought into him. Eddie's tried to see if it latches on out there and worked. So unfortunately, they've gone for a silent ban. No one's seen a dossier.
Not allowed to, Max, say it. In them sort of situations. So if all parties sign a non-disclosure, nobody can speak about it or they get legal. There's legal action took against them, and that's just what happens. Isn't it? So we don't know what's gone on. Really, all we can do is surmise, can't we?
Okay, yeah, right. So going on what you just said, so what's so this dossier, so the board obviously have got a blanket over them. They will just come out and say the words "he is cleared," nothing about a ban, because they've put in legal implications that say if you say he's banned, you're going to be liable for this, and this. you know. So the board obviously accepted it. You know what? We've got our way. He's not boxing. We've protected our side. We'll take that because they've only got so many resources. The board they can't keep doing. So you've got to give board credit where credit's due in that they've stood firm. Um, so, but it's annoying where it's sort of being lied and portrayed, and it don't sit right because it's a dangerous enough sport without this going on. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah.
I see where you're coming from, mate. I see where you're coming from. It's a funny situation, isn't it? But it's looking all like they're going to get that fight on, aren't they? Do you know what? They've turned a negative into a positive as regards the PR, don't you think?
Yeah, there's no such thing as bad publicity, and that's in the sort of sense, is it? Because it's worked all right for him. It's kept it going, hasn't it? So, and Eubank, Eubank will be loving it because he can play as the hero or whatever, and however script they want to play it. Yeah, they can both play it however they both want. They'll talk together about it and say, right, let's let the hatred start or whatever. Do the dads colliding, they play it how they want, and they'll probably end up doing it in Saudi anyway. So, you know,
Yeah. Should we give Nicky Smedley a shout out? We like Nicky, don't we?
yeah, I like Nicky. Yeah,
Nicky, thanks for your message, mate. Hope you're well. You're welcome on here anytime, Nicky, but every time we arrange something, you cock off. So don't be a cocking off. Get in touch, pokeycorner@mail.com. But you've got the number, Nicky. Give me a ring. Well, his daddy here all week. He come up the other day with this guy, and
is it Dave?
Chris, pardon?
No, Chris is guy who works from Dave. He has a few bevies on this.
Apple tree.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, yeah, apple tree, folks. He drinks cider, doesn't he? So he's mixed. After 15 minutes, he goes, "Can I go to the toilet, Pokey?" I went, "Yeah." He said, "You got any toilet roll?" He goes, "What? You having a number two already? You have got to be kidding me." I was like, "Wow, I don't know what to think." It reminded me. I like to go on about this because it's a bit cringe, but years and years ago, I rented a penthouse. I didn't own it. I rented it in Oakley at Brook Court. And my mate had just got out of jail called Acker from Kilness, Rotherham, Swinton area. And his lad, Ross Atkinson, he fetched his dad to see me. And he came into the room where I were in this pad I had. He goes, "Where's your dad?" He goes, "Oh, he's on toilet." I goes, "You're having a laugh, aren't you?" "Well, yeah, what are you doing?" He goes, "I'm on toilet." And I was like, and he's, I haven't done, he's stood talking to me. I went, "Shut that door. What? I said, "You still think you're Nick?" Like you'll have a conversation with somebody, Nick, through PayPal. "Yeah, how are you doing? You're all right. Oh, you're on a visit. Yeah, you're on a fat one. Yeah, shove us something under. Fetch me a little one off it." Yeah. And I was like, anyway, comments, "I'm going to go to the toilet." I went, "You haven't got any toilet roll." I'm like, "What? Already?" Well, they've done a good job. We've done a good job. But okay, we love Chris anyway, don't we?
Yeah,
First time when I got you hooked up with Chris, first time, do you remember? And you went to stay at his house after training there, his gym. Do you remember first time you ever met him?
yeah,
Like,
yeah,
save you paying for an hotel all the time.
yeah.
And you ordered a takeaway, didn't you? Do you remember
I
what it
think
was?
I can't remember now.
I do, Max. Trying to create a good impression. They told me today, because what did he order? You ordered a pepperoni pizza with extra pepperonis on
It
your
was
first training.
it's a Chinese.
No, hang on a minute. I'll ring Chris now. He's on motorway now. I'll be on A38 now.
Go on.
Chris, I've got Max on Zoom here. Do you know when he first stopped at your house after the first training session? He says he ordered a Chinese, not a pizza.
Chinese.
Oh, all right, Max. Well, we know what you're about. Anyway, whatever it were, Max, Chinese or pizza. That was 5 years ago. You still haven't learned, have you? You see what I'm trying to do? I'm trying to share. I'm not fat shaming you because I'm the last person to come out with that. Just because I've got abs and that now, Max, but it's been a long time for me to get in shape. But the point I want to make is, if you change your mindset, Mickey Theo changed my mindset. I said, "How can we train all the time, Mick? Don't you want to get out your face like me?" And it's like, nah. When you train every day, it's like it becomes a drug to you, and eventually you'll get that feeling. And obviously, I get that feeling, don't I? Now, even though on a weekend, I like to let me guard down. It used to be just Saturday nights. Now it's like Friday, Saturday, Sunday dinner. It's creeping into bank holiday Mondays and Tuesdays. So
Well, you cancelled a Zoom on me. You said, Max, I've had a rough one last night.
As in everyone, yeah. It's what happens when you get in everyone. I'm like Scott Brunt, me. He keeps his sending good nick all year round and that. But then when he lets his guard down, he goes missing 5 days, doesn't he, Scott? He'll ring you up. Oh, people will be texting me saying Scott's on one. He's on day 3. I'll be like, oh God, let me mute him. Because he'll be coming around saying, come on, kidnapping you. But no, seriously, like drugs are for mugs and boozers are losers.
Yeah.
Boozers are only cruisers if you go on a mini cruise. So I go on a mini cruise now on a Saturday, but you know what I'm going to do? My uncle for years, right? He was on his toes 10 years, I think. He used to go out because he was on his toes. He used to go in his local on a Saturday afternoon for about 10 years. And I'm thinking about doing that, just going out once a week on an afternoon and looking forward to it. You know, because I never used to appreciate it going out every day, you know. You don't, because you get your money hand over fist doing whatever you're doing. And you just don't appreciate it. But I think now on a Saturdays, I look forward to them, you know. I do honestly.
Mm.
But yeah.
Life is for living sometimes, Russ.
Hey?
Life is for living, mate. You know what I mean? You know, you're in a
Yeah.
new area now, you know, and you want to explore and that, meet new people, you
I've
know.
already letting
So
my presence be felt, mate. Don't you worry about that.
I can imagine.
They love me down there. They love me at Perry Dog Track, Perry Bar Dog Track. Don't you, Lyndon? No, it's all right down here. I like it. It's different for me, isn't it? You have to come and visit me one day, Max, in your
Yeah, well,
V8. What you had it up to that, mate? But he'll do 160 that all day, won't it?
yeah. I've got to watch it because I've got 9 points.
Have you? Is it greedy, Max? Isn't it?
Yeah, it's a little bit. Yeah, I've got to
Little
watch it.
bit, little bit. I had to go
Yeah.
in one of them, that, but not that particular model. One with that engine, and I was like, wow, yeah. Why don't you get a diesel, Max? Can I ask you?
Do you know what? I just got peed off just having the same old thing. You know, when you want something different. So, for example, you had a Merc, you got in for something different. You know what I mean? So, you know, get like that,
And
don't
that
you?
BM4 X Drive, 4-year-old, 3 litre touring. That went like a bullet, didn't it? That.
Don't ever put. I'm not ever
Would
getting in a
that give
car
yours a
again.
run for it? Would that give? Is that what
Yeah,
you've?
it would actually. Yeah, it would. Yeah.
Yeah, you get a run for its money because that were remapped. That I let up to 320 brake. Used to pull my head out at sea and they wrote it off. But that's another story. Let's go through these, Max. Usyk Fury, who have you got? In rematch, if it happens.
Usyk will beat him inside 6.
Yeah.
Knock him out. Yeah, we'll knock
Bamba
him out this
Gas,
time.
eh?
We'll knock him out this time.
Usyk knocks Fury out. All right, Bamba Gascoigne against McGregor.
And Gascoigne.
Bamba Gascoigne, Isaac Lowe. You think he beats McGregor?
Yeah,
I quite like
give him a go.
Isaac Lowe, you know. I quite like him. You've heard the story about when they flew into Vegas, haven't you, with the big GK and that,
Yeah,
and it stood at the
yeah,
desk.
yeah.
And they go, what you got planned tonight then, Mr. Lowe? Oh, we're just going to go around Manhattan tonight on pace. Oh, it's a long way there. You'll need a lot of money for a taxi. Oh, I just leave that to the big GK. He just jumps into the middle of the street and gets us a taxi. And you know what the woman should have done? She should have said, Mr. Lowe, you are here in Nevada. Manhattan is there in New York City. It's not a taxi ride. Anyway, that's another famous story for you all. Dennis McCann against McGrail. What do you think to that?
Dennis McCann all day long. That one.
McCann. It's a good fight, though, that, isn't it?
It is, but I think because McCann's been up there now, he's been on the top perch or nearer the top perch for ages now. He's been through, you know, he had that did he fight that who was he? He had that rematch to the other kid. Did quite well with him. So you know, I think McCann will get that. McGraw hasn't been tried and tested enough for me.
Okay. Moses Atomite versus Dennis McKean. Is it Dennis McKean or
Do you know what,
Dennis
Moses
McKean, whatever it's
Turner?
called?
I'll tell you what, I met him at your call a couple of weeks back. Moses Turner, size rim for only 19, scary.
Is what?
He will. The size of him for 19 going on 20, size of him scary. He is massive. You know what I mean? So I think he will.
As in fat. or good
No,
physique?
no, no. Height. It's just the presence of it. It's scary. I don't know what they've been
Nah,
seeing there.
you're an heavyweight boxer. You shouldn't be talking like that. You should be like, yeah, I met him. So what? I'd spar him or I'd get stuck into him. You shouldn't be like,
no, 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 no. Russ,
why are you
Russ,
like that, man?
Russ, Russ. He is the real deal. He will be world champion. That kid.
Right, Mark.
Um,
Right. Who's he beat so far to show us that he can be a world champion? Nobody.
oh, he's done. Look, what did he do to Whack? Put him over what most of them
Whack.
Fraser can do. That
Whack's
kid did.
old enough to be his great granddad.
Yeah, but what did? What? Look, your famous Fraser Clark, who couldn't even like knock over a hen to him. You know what I mean? Took him a distance, didn't he?
You think It's Big Freeze beats Moses Atome?
Didn't nah, not a chance.
And but yeah,
Most of the time, flogs it.
well, we're going to see, aren't we? Well, they're going. I've been told, right? The White Rhino's got Johnny Fisher, and then he's got Atome next. So they're all going to feast on White Rhino's bones, aren't they now?
Well, most of the time, I just think athleticism, everything he's got. He's like, I just can't explain it. He will be the new gen. Him and Daniel Dubois will be at the top.
Well, Dubois
Soon.
handing reins over to him in about 6 years, won't he?
Less than that.
Okay. Johnny Fisher, Dave Allen, who you got? Johnny Fisher.
Yeah,
I hope Dave
I've got
smashes him. In fact, this fight's two gimmicks, really, isn't it? But David's been treated appallingly by Matchroom, in my opinion, over years. Appallingly. And I hope Dave, White Rhino, you know, but a messer and you've wasted your talent. But I hope you smash him to smithereens, and I hope you put him in a Chinese as a delivery driver for Chinese in Essex.
I mean, the thing is with that, right? Right now, he's been a little bit more active. Okay. The one thing
Oh,
saving
what?
grace.
Mark, do you want me to get who he's just beat? Right, listen.
Yeah,
Let me
I
tell you.
know
Let,
that.
no, let Mark. Let me know. No. Let's have it right. Let's have it right. White Rhino, 23 wins, 6 losses, 2 draws. Right. Since David Price beat him in two, which was 5 year, 3 months ago, he has had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. He's had 7 fights in 63 months. 7 fights in 63 months, or sevens into 63. He's a fight every 9 months. 9 sevens are 63. Simple. Right. And since David Price, he's had a fight every 9 months. Dorian Darch, oh my God, poor journeyman. That guy you've just beat, Andrea Pesky or something, losing record. Poor journeyman, move around guy, in fact. The Mike Bassett, 2-8. And then he got him It's Big Freeze, who was 7-0 and lost. Jake Darnell, 2 wins, 25 losses. Amine Busetta, 8 wins, 14 losses. And now Johnny Fisher, who is 12-0. So all right, Rhino's done. He's pad his record out. Wait for the Saudi phone call. And it's worked, hasn't it, for him? It's worked. He's got his sin out there on social media by hook or crook on YouTube, and that built a bit of a following up again. And he goes again. But I hope that he's got something up his sleeve and that he wins, because he's got an opportunity here now, a once in a lifetime opportunity. The last opportunity he's probably going to get, but then again, they'll probably dig him up again down the road. The last real opportunity he's going to get, because if he does Fisher, he'll get a British title shot against Wardley or It's Big Freeze. I'm telling you, and that's where he can springboard from that fight. I just think if it gets him with It's Big Freeze in a rematch, right, that'd be big, wouldn't it? And he's fit this time to springboard onto something a bit bigger. So he's only a couple of wins away from being in the millions money. Are you with me? Now he's probably on about 50 bags for that fight. A minute, that's what he'll be on for that, about 40, 50 grand. But if he can just do him, because he's there to be beating Fisher. He's ex-rugby dude like you. He ain't a boxer. He's just a tough kid, isn't he? With a dad that's got him out there. They've done a load of tickets. They may con all that Essex lot about how good he is, but they're not conning me. Because in his 13th fight, 12-0, 11 by way of on Button Moon, he's fighting the White Rhino, who's basically been knocked about, hasn't he? Right? If Dave can just surprise the shit out of everybody one night, one night and put everything into it and perform out in his skin and him have a bad night, anything's possible. It's heavyweight boxing, isn't it? That's what people will be telling him around him. Or are we going to get the white rhino that's never really been in shape? Tell me a fight where he's been in shape. He might have looked at it aesthetically, but even then he was blowing out his ass. When has he ever given himself the best opportunity? So I hope he does, and I hope he's putting the hard yards in, and I hope he flattens him, absolutely flattens him, and I'll have my bet on him in an accumulator. But we're going. I hope that obviously if he flattens that Bosch kid, Johnny Bosch, he could get home to his family all right, and has some egg fly rice with curry sauce and chips. I hope he does, mate. But bottom line is, I want the white rhino to beat him because these gimmicks in boxing, and Dave's been a gimmick, wasn't it? Let's be honest. It was a gimmick, wasn't it, really? Get the white rhino on. Hey, we would have a laugh and a joke. But he can fight. But he's been this jovial character and he's damaged his own brand, hasn't he? He's hung himself, basically. Going to press conferences in trainers and a suit and a baseball cap, and a shirt and tie and a waistcoat. What is that? Just get clean shave and get a trackie on and look the business and talk like you're serious. That's what it's heavyweight boxing here. It's not a jolly up. People are entertained. It's not a circus. Do you know what I mean? If we want to be entertained, we'll go to circus and watch clowns. You know.
I think
the opportunity here, Max has got the opportunity here to turn his life around one night, for one night only. Probably 10 rounds, is it? Let's have a look.
10 rounds, yeah.
Be a 10 rounder, won't it? Do you know what I mean? Let's have a look. Doesn't say about. What's that? There's always something on this. Hang on. Don't say about. Don't say how many rounds it is. Don't say yet. That'll be to be discussed, won't it? TBA job, isn't it? But 44 box rec against White Rhino, 140. So it is what it is, isn't it? I mean, if he loses that, he can fight a Tomei, and then Yui will probably fight him or something, won't he? Talking about him and Yui, aren't they, down the line? But what do you think about Yui? Do you think Yui needs to get a bit of a move on now?
Yui, he's you just don't know what's happening behind the scenes. I know he was ill for a period of time, wasn't he? So, you know, Peter knows
to match Yui. It's hard to match. I get a bit of stick for coming to his defence in here, but I can't keep coming to his defence all the time. Got to start stepping up now. I mean, I've looked how many fights he has this comeback fight. I don't know if they're trying to tread water with Yui to get to Saudi, but I don't think that's going to happen, that Saudi thing for him. In fact, I know it. I don't think it'll happen.
I'd like to see him against someone like David Adelaide. You know
what?
I'd like to see Huey against David Adelaide.
Right, Huey were out at ring 30 months. 30 months and 4 days, right? So it's 2.5 years out at ring, comes back against a guy 10 and 15, and then a guy 21 and 3, then a guy 9 and 1. Points win, a knockout, and a points win. So he's had 3 fights in 3 years. 3 fights in 3 years. So Huey will be way off at pace. He'll probably need another 3 or 4 fights. So yeah, a bit premature at the moment to be saying Huey needs to get a move on. No. He needs, because you've got to be stopping them sort of guys, them 9 and 1 guys, aren't you? I think so. If you're going to make a statement, aren't you? So he's probably off at pace and probably is 2.5 years out at ring. You know, your tools aren't
David
sharp.
Adelaide, why not?
Pardon?
Go against David Adelaide.
What's happening with David Adelaide, Max? He seems to have gone missing, doesn't he?
I don't know. He's I like to see him in. I like to see Huey, and Huey, he's an awkward fighter. He just spoils a job. You know what I mean? You just don't want to get in there against, because he'll just keep the end of his jab all day long. You know what I mean? And he's got a style where you don't get hit. So tall. You know what I mean? So let's see him against someone like David Adelaide, and I think that could be a fight could easily be made.
All right then, right, Max. Let's run through these next. 8 questions. Judge Jordan, Saint Fury, Ices, AJ, and Usyk. When he fights, he's got Usyk next. He ices him, and then AJ. Is that just for to get views? That sort of statement from Simon Jordan.
Poppy, in your words, that's poppycock.
Yeah, okay. If AJ versus Fury don't happen, how bad would that be for the sport, especially in British boxing?
It wouldn't be bad at all because who wants to see it? I don't want to see it.
Well, we all still
Boring.
want to see it, but it's lost a bit of its sparkle now that they've been knocked about on it. Really, do you think?
They're both lost. They're both be washed up. It would be just. It would be as the Russ says, U6 leftovers. And it's all it is. Why would you want to see it? Yeah, it's just like who can get hit less in the fight. You know,
Jonathan, yet again, wants to know: does AJ want the IBF belt off the bar, and so he can have a bargaining tool for the Fury negotiations when they sit at the table to break bread? What do you think to that?
mm, a bad shout. But if you look at it, it's IBF. It's like if you're giving championships away for email, what does that say?
Yeah,
It's got to be properly fought for. So that doesn't work. But Dubois earned his stripes against AJ. Let's give him props. Gone in there, and how many people, apart from us, the hardcores, thought AJ was going to lose? The amount of people that
I had
said,
the bar to win, didn't I? Because I said that since
"Same here."
his last world title win were Pulev, and that's not even we don't even count that as a win, do we? Well, we do, but on record books. But Pulev is Joshua's last world title win. Pooh left. There you go. It's in the name. Pooh left. Right. That's what he left it ring. You know what I mean? After he left Pooh. He left Pooh. Pooh left. Uh, Eddie says Carl Froch is a Anthony Joshua hater. What do you think to that?
No, he's not. Carl Froch says how he says it. He sees it. It's simple. He doesn't like the truth, Eddie. Eddie doesn't like to see what's in front of his eyeballs. And that's the problem with some promoters. Eddie Hearn's the worst one for it. And he's going to look, let's be honest. AJ's a commodity. He's a brand, nothing more. He's manufactured. He's been protected for years. Look, what was his look? Look, preparation for Dubois. Who did he fought? Nagano.
Go on, go on, 'cause I'll whip some
And
food in
Nagano.
about 10
What's
minutes.
the preparation for Dubois? Nagano, no good.
Ungano, he only
Who
had
did
one
he,
fight, Max.
that's what I'm saying. This is what I mean. Of course, he's going to lose to Dubois. Dubois has been bloody fighting like hell against people, good kids like Joe Joyce and that, losing to Usyk, and that's what he's been nothing but doing. AJ hasn't. He's been protected. He's been cotton wooled, and he was only going to lose. So, yeah, I'm saying it's as simple as that.
Okay. Okay, Max. So, uh, Dave Allen said he was going to finish his career with Big Ron. Uh, and I said, look, Dave Allen's treading water with Big Ron so he can run contract down, put his Senate shop window, and get the phone call for the Saudi lottery. And
Right.
I proved right. He's saying he still wants to finish his career with Big Ron and blah, blah, blah. But he's just keeping Big Ron on ice, in my opinion, like he should do if he needs him down the line. What do you think?
Well, he's learning from what he did with the Dubois fight, isn't he? He shouldn't have gone back running to Eddie. Exactly what you said. Oh, I've been offered this. So
Well, he's learned
he's,
from that mistake now, hasn't he? So that's a good thing,
yeah,
isn't it, Max? So well
exactly.
done, the White Rhino. Big Ron, listen, you're not at poorhouse. So stop bitching to people behind the scenes, Big Ron.
He ain't bitching.
Max, why don't you crawl out of Big Ron's rear end? You don't
No,
say no about him, do you?
no, no.
Who
I'll
dare
tell you
get
one
stuck
thing.
into Big Ron, Max, like I did?
Here's one for you. Here's one for you. Right, when you choked him out, I know the real story about
Yeah, what year? What year?
that.
You were you there, Max?
No,
So what you say? What you saying then? I can choke you out if I see you now. Go on, what you say?
no.
Get it on here. I ain't got no time. I know what happened. He bit me. He
He
bit me.
he bit you on the head.
No, he
Yeah,
didn't. He didn't. No, he didn't bite me on the head. You mean he called me Gorbachev? No, I had a
yeah.
carpet burn on my head there, and he bit my bicep. So I didn't
And
like
he
that. I had
and he tried shadow boxing you.
No, he didn't shadow box. He punched me in the stomach on the purse plates, and I said to him, right, months ago when he did it in office. I said, "You do that again next time you do that, I'm gonna clip you." He went, "Yeah, yeah, yeah." And obviously, I did what I did, and I flipped him straight over. I got my knee on his Adam's apple, and he were nearly out, mate. He were going green. That's Grammy. He were going green, and the more pressure I put on, the nastier he got, and he bit my bicep. We had a roller on, I had a burn on my head there. That's what happened.
Oh,
Ask Peter Fury, Robin Reed, Johnny Roy, anybody. We're all there. Coogan was been sat with us 5 minutes earlier. Everybody knew what had gone on. So, and he got his comeuppance. I'd had 6 years of him going, now then, let me show you that move I showed Clinton, Porky. Come here. Oh, up then. Do you know what I mean? So I thought, and he just did it, and he caught me at the wrong time when I had a drink. Yeah, I ended up with a carpet burn on my head, a big one like that. We're out here, big red carpet burn. And he bit my arm. The only way I could get him off me. How were we going to do him, mate? But I eased up on him when he got his teeth into me because I thought, what am I going to do here? I'm choking him out here, and he was done. Oh, he was well done. He was well hammered. We both were. But he were locked up. I thought, I'm going to end up losing a piece of my bicep here. And I thought, what's going on here? So, but, we were all right next day and all that. And he had to go to chiropractic. Didn't you, Big Ron? Yeah, his back were well knackered. But that's what happens when you're messing about with people and drink. So, but yeah, I had a big red carpet burn on my head.
yeah.
Rolling about in the 7-star hotel lobby.
I can imagine staff like, what's happening here? These two old geezers.
Oh, geezers, I was about 18 stone at the time. He'd be able to do me now. I'm about 11.7, aren't I? 11.6. I'm middleweight now, aren't I? He'd do me now. Big Ron can fight, with gloves on.
I know. He's got
Obviously,
balls. Look, he put it on Izzy.
yeah, listen, him that well is his ex-crews, right? Yeah, Dennis has put on everybody and he gets away with murder because Dennis has got that, and he can make a phone call. He'll be in another country and you'll get a good hiding. So, but I am. But it is what it is, isn't it? Yeah. Listen, we wish Dennis all the best, don't we? He bumped into Scott over there actually in massage place up there, London Road, is it? Thai massage, sports massage. So yeah, Dennis is all right. In small doses. I don't like it when he comes around me talking boxing, Max. Don't be like that. I've got something bubbling waiting while you see what we're doing. I've just seen it. I've just seen that England versus USA thing. We're like white collar. Do you know what I mean?
I thought the
And then
fight
I've
was
seen him,
decent.
come on, Max. And then I've seen him on Talksport saying that Spencer Oliver, aka Jug Ears, and Jones Jr., Roy Jones, should train AJ. What have they got on their CVs to say that they could train AJ? Well, what, Max?
Okay. And my response to that is, what has Ben Davison got?
Ben Davison took Tyson Fury, right, over to America, nearly pulled it off against Wilder. They got shafted on points, didn't they? It was a draw.
Didn't pull it off though.
He's had world title with Billy Joe, hasn't he? He's had defences, and he's had Lee Wood defending. He's got a better CV than Jug Ears and Roy Jones. Dennis is only going into bat for him because they're doing a bit of commentating for him. Look, it's just old pals like Dennis used to complain to me. Oh, look at them on match at day, Porky. Back at Big Ron's watching football. Wednesdays on. Oh, look at them. All come through, Gary Lineker and all them all old pals like. Well, that's only like you, Big Ron, on Talksport saying, I believe that Spencer Oliver and Roy Jones can do a fantastic job. And that's 3 days before the commentators on your American show, Ron. Do me a favour. Right, I'm going Maxi. So I'm going to, there's an Italian down here. We're going to get some food.
What you having? What you having?
Lasagna's easy digesting for me, isn't it? Lasagna. And that'll be it. A bottle of wine or something. I'll have one glass. And,
Just the one?
Just one glass, yeah. Just one glass and lasagna, and that'll do me. I'm not cooking now. So, okie dokie. Go on, peace out. Is your little girl all right, Max? Your little girl all right?
Yeah, she's brilliant.
Your mum okay?
Yeah.
Your mum okay?
Yeah, she's all right, yeah.
I bet she is. Go on. I'll see you, mate. Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Well, that was Max. Women love him. Men don't want to be him. That's about it, really. I have to get some scram. Do you know what? I think I've got a bit of a crooked back myself. Scott, I'm back up next week. Let's go for a Thai massage where Big Ron goes. All right. I hope everybody's enjoyed the episode today, or show, or whatever you want to call it, video. Uh, we just like to speak from the heart, have a bit of a laugh. So just like old pals catching up in it. Like to make things a bit funny. If you don't find it funny, I think you need to get out more. Go have a beer and that. Go take your dog for a walk. Go on, peace out. Porky's International YouTube. That's our sister channel if you like a laugh. Go on, booyaka.